Death toll because of floods and landslides in the past week reaches 34 with 14 fatalities within the past 24 hours. 150 families displaced in Baque. Weather likely to improve from tomorrow. Corruption case surfaces in the installation of solar systems at schools of earthquake-affected districts. Fake company established in Nepal for the scam. Report of Ministry of Education reaches CIAA. Families of hostages held in Gaza lead thousands to the streets of Tel Aviv calling for an immediate release of their relatives. Status of Nepali student Bipin Joshi remains uncertain. And Uruguay defeat Brazil 4-2 in a penalty shootout after a bruising goalless stalemate to march into the semi-finals of Copa America to take on Colombia in the last four. Ministries of Lumini province have been inundated following incessant rainfall. Ministry of Financial Affairs and Planning, Ministry of Internal Affairs and Law, and the Ministry of Social Development have been inundated, while other ministries have also been submerged. Problem of inundation has been repeating because of no outlet for water. Administrative buildings are being constructed in the capital area at an investment of 3 billion rupees. However, even a normal rainfall inundates these facilities. Incessant rainfall for the past few days has caused massive losses of lives and properties across the country, including Kathmandu Valley. 14 deaths due to monsoon-induced disasters have been reported within the past 24 hours, while 8 individuals are missing. Dozens of families have been displaced because of floods, landslides and inundation in several districts, including the Kathmandu Valley. Most road sections of Karnali, Gandaki, Bagmati and Lumini provinces have also been obstructed, while the passengers and vehicles have remained stranded. 9 people were killed in floods and landslides following incessant rainfall yesterday. 3 members of a single family had died after being buried by a landslide in Birua Rural Municipality, Ward number 6, Sangdi Mazkot of Sangja. 2 people were killed after being buried in a landslide at Falebas Municipality, Ward number 1 of Karkinet in Parbat, while 2 more died in another landslide in Rishirang Rural Municipality, Ward number 1, Dhapudar of Tonahum. Another person died in a separate landslide in Sukagandaki Municipality, Ward number 7, Kaure of Tonahu, while another death was reported after a tractor overturned in a flood in the Gangadi River of Raspur Rural Municipality, Ward number 5, Salbhauri in Dang. 2 persons have gone missing in the flood of the Rapti River. Dozens of houses have been inundated in Lamahi Municipality, Ward number 7, Hasnapur, and Rapti Rural Municipality, Ward number 5, Lathawa. A team of armed police force has rescued those in the inundation. A person is missing in the flood of the Rolwaling River in Dolakha, while 8 houses have been swept. Incessant rainfall has also inundated Hetona Sub-Metropolis, Ward number 1, Tokitol, and Ward number 5, Shantinagar. Water level has increased in the Kukreni, Karka, Rapti, Manahari, and Lothar rivers in the region. Floods have also washed the arable land in the area. Flood has also been reported in Siarkhola of Chumanabri Rural Municipality, Ward number 7 of Gorkha. A wooden bridge over the Siarkhola which links Lamagaon of Chekampar and Rajengumba was washed by the flood and landslide, while another suspension bridge has also suffered damages. Elsewhere, 33-year-old Arjun Chamar was swept by the Narayani River while trying to collect wood in the river in West Naval Farasi. 25 houses have been inundated in the banks of the Narayani River in Goidakot Municipality, Ward number 2 of East Naval Farasi. Residents of the inundated settlement have been relocated to the building of the local committee. All 36 gates of the Gandak barrage have been opened after the rise in the water level of the Narayani River. A landslide has buried a police station of Baglung Municipality, Ward number 6, Ponchakot. Another flood in the Seti River of Basang has displaced 14 families of Thalara Rural Municipality, Ward number 9, Jhabagar. More than 400 local residents of settlements surrounded by the Rapti River in Dudua Rural Municipality, Ward number 1 of Make have been relocated to safer places. All 8 buildings for their refuge have exceeded capacity with shortages of food and water. 50 houses of Rapti Sonari, Ward number 1, have been inundated, while the risks remain in the areas around the river banks. The water level in the Rapti River has reportedly reduced, while the increase in the water level in the Mahakali River has increased fare in Darchula headquarters. Floods in the Bagmati River, Manohara and Hanumante among rivers of the Kathmandu Valley have also caused damages. Water level at the Kosi barrage stood at 338,785 cubic as of this morning, while 45 among the 56 gates have been opened and a red flag has been raised, symbolizing danger. Water level in the Babai River has exceeded 5.3 meters, after which the local administration urged the local residents to remain alert as well. 3 people have gone missing in a landslide in Tonahu, Sukla Gandaki, Ward number 7, Kaure. 2 persons have died while trying to cross the Bakure River in Kaure as well. The deceased have been identified as 65-year-old Jalamaya Ruzal and 5-year-old Setimaya Mogar of Roshi Rural Municipality, Ward number 11. The water levels in Gandak barrage of the Narayani River has been measured the highest in the past 16 years. The water flow in the barrage that is located in the Nepal-India border area of Triveni in eastern Nawalparasi had been measured at 440,750 cusick at around 8 this morning. Spokesperson of Gandak River Control Struggle Committee, Brij Raj Kushwaha, has said that the water levels were measured at 429,000 cusick on 23rd of July 2008. Since then, this is the highest level of water flow recorded in Gandak. Water had entered settlements after the embankment in Triveni's Dutiya was swept away in 2008. Gandak Barrage officer Kashinath Harijan has said that even though Gandak Barrage initially had the capacity of withholding 700,000 cusick water, it can now only hold 576,000 cusick as the structures were constructed a long time ago. The water level has been gradually decreasing, however the risk remains as the downpour has continued. All 36 doors of the barrage had been opened yesterday following a rise in the water level. The settlements in Rapti Sonari and Durua Rural Municipality in Paki are under the threat of flood in the Rapti River. More than 20 houses near the river banks, including in Bakhor of Rapti Sonari 1, have been inundated as the water level in Rapti has reached 2 meters above the danger level. A school in the area has also been submerged. Preparations have been made to move those who have been displaced to a school building. The settlements in Krishi Chauperi and Chitaipurwa, among others, are at risk of floods. More than 150 households have been moved to a safer location. Likewise, Nepal Army, Nepal Police and Armed Police Force have been mobilized in the disaster-prone areas. Various settlements in the areas near the river banks are still at risk as the water levels in the river has been increasing. 27 highways across the country have been completely obstructed while one-way vehicular movement through 83 road sections of various highways have been reported because of the incessant rainfall that began last week. The Siddhartha Highway in Palpa and the Tansen Reddy Road section have been obstructed because of landslides. Likewise, the Kaligandaki Corridor and Arya Bhanjang Road section have also been obstructed. Landslides have also been reported in Burthang and Kalimati area under the Tansen Butol Road section of the Siddhartha Highway. Likewise, Police Inspector and Information Officer of Palpa Police Administration, Sugandha Shrestha, said that 2 pickup trucks have been buried by debris in the area between Dumre and Charchare under the Siddhartha Highway. Rescue works had been carried out after rainfall subsided. Likewise, the Sisneri Dakshin Kali Road section, which is considered an alternative route for Hetauda to Kathmandu, has also been obstructed because of landslide. Kanti Highway and the Matha Tirtha Chakel Deurali Road section have also been obstructed because of landslides. The road section in Chepare of Indra Sarovar Rural Municipality, Ward number 2 of Makwanpur has been obstructed because of landslide triggered by incessant rainfall since last night. The Kanti Highway has been obstructed because of landslide in Pratap Danda of Bhimpedi Rural Municipality 8. Police have said that the Division Road Office Hetauda has been coordinating with Indra Sarovar and Bhimpedi Rural Municipalities to remove the debris. Likewise, PP Highway and Mid-Hilly Highway have remained obstructed since the morning because of landslides. Police have said that one-way vehicular movement has resumed in Komerefat of Sunkosi Rural Municipality under the BP Highway that had reported of a landslide. One-way vehicular movement has also resumed in Tirthire Dhara of Dhulikal Municipality 8 under the Arniko Highway after debris was cleared by using an excavator. Vehicular movement through the Mid-Hill Highway has remained obstructed due to landslides in Akharever of Golanjor Rural Municipality and Sumna Besi of Fikal Rural Municipality. Vehicles headed to hilly districts of Okhuldhunga, Khotang, Solukhumbu, Bhojpur, Udaipur and from the Tarai to Kathmandu have been stranded as the 2 major highways have remained obstructed. The Kathmandu Valley witnessed incessant rainfall since Friday night and various parts of the valley have been inundated. Bagmati and Vishnumati rivers in the valley have been flooded. The Department of Hydrology and Meteorology has urged the public to take caution, especially those living along the river banks, saying that more rainfall is in the forecast. Lives of landless squatters living along the banks of rivers in Kathmandu's Sanghamul, Lalitpur's Dhapakhel, among other places, have been affected because of floods. The water levels in Khotku River in Lalitpur has crossed the danger level, and the local authority has issued SMS alerts to the local residents. Meanwhile, the flood in Bhaktapur's Hanumante River has entered human settlements. Bhaktapur's Hanuman Ghat, Ram Temple in Surya Vinayak, Shanti Niketan Secondary School, Barahistan, among other places, have also been inundated. The Meteorological Forecasting Division has predicted rain in majority parts of the country until this evening. The division has said that improvement in the weather condition can be witnessed from tomorrow. Downpour has been reported in majority of the places from the country's east to west. A special weather bulletin for 3 days was issued last Thursday, and rain has been witnessed in majority parts across the country. According to meteorologists, moderate to heavy rainfall in various parts of Sudar Paschim province has been predicted for today, as the monsoon low pressure system will remain higher than average. The division has urged everyone to remain alert, citing possible risk of monsoon disasters, including floods, landslides and inundation. In our public voice segment, we had asked people regarding their take on the state mechanism's effectiveness during disasters. Let us now take a look at what they had to say.
जुन बाढी पीडित सम्भावित क्षेत्र त्यसको लागि जुन तयार हुनुपर्ने त्यस्तो भएको अवस्था देखिन्न गरे होला नि ठाउँ ठाउँमा अब हाम्रो यो प्युठानो नभएर होला हैन
कहाँको आपद विपद परेछ त्यसलाई सक्रिय भएर हेर्ने त्यसलाई समान तरिकाले काम गर्ने
पहिलेबाट नै मौन भएर बसेका हुन्छन् जब विपद पर्छ अनि मारमा त जनता नै पर्ने हो
जति बेला विपद आइपर्छ विशेष गरी बाढी पहिरो र त्यति बेला मौन हुने र विपद पश्चात मात्रै केही उद्धार कार्य गरेको जस्तो देखिन्छ
अहिलेसम्म त्यस्तो भएको त देखेको छैन
विपदको समयमा त्यति खासै सक्रिय भएको त देखिदैन विपद आइसकेपछि कता आयो भनेर दगुर्ने
The Ministry of Education has submitted a report to the Commission for the Investigation of Abuse of Authority (CIAA), citing irregularities in the project of installing solar power systems in district-level schools that had been affected by earthquake. The irregularity in the project had been revealed after an investigation was conducted on the Chinese company which had been handed the project but did not begin works even after receiving the payment. The company's involvement in irregularity has been revealed as a fake company had been registered in Nepal in the name of the Chinese entity. The Central Level Project Implementation Unit, that includes officials from the Ministry of Education and the Ministry of Urban Development, had called for global tender in May of 2022 to install solar power system in 130 community schools that had been affected by earthquake. 4 international companies had filed for the tender, while applications of 3 companies were scrapped, citing ineligibility, while the Chinese company Asia Pacific Power Tech Limited had been selected. Another call for tender should have been made. However, a 550 million rupees agreement was signed with the Chinese company, allocating a deadline until 24th February 2024. The company was made a payment of 80 million rupees as well. However, works were not carried out within the allocated time period. A proof committee formed under the coordination of Secretary of the Ministry of Education, Vaikunta Aryal, revealed about the financial irregularity in the project. A fake company with the same name as the Chinese entity had been registered in Nepal. As per the agreement, the project authority could not be handed over to other companies, agents could not be allocated, and subtenders could not be issued. However, against the agreement, Lakpa Gyalu Sherpa had been handed over the project authority. Works of the project had been proceeded using fake letterhead, stamp and signature of the Chinese entity. While providing tender, the project head was Dilli Raj Luitel, while Devendra Paudel was the Education Minister and Suresh Adhikari was Education Secretary. Adhikari has said that the issue regarding the irregularity was raised during his term at the Education Ministry and that the error was admitted. Meanwhile, speaking to Kantipur television, Lakpa Gyalu Sherpa said that the company had been registered in Nepal following legal procedures. He added that the works of the project could not proceed due to the government officials. The Proof Committee has submitted the report to the CIAA for further investigation on the irregularity. The National Vigilance Center and the CIAA have been conducting separate investigations on the matter. Investigation by the CIAA has indicated connection between the officials at the Central Level Project Implementation Unit and the contractors. The Ministry of Education had corresponded for the return of 80 million rupees. However, the company had filed a case at the High Court. The court has already issued a verdict in favor of the Ministry of Education. The case is currently under consideration at the Special Court. It is now time for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
The question is, what should be done to prevent obstruction of highways for extended period? Your options are A. Reliable information system, B. Arrangement of equipment, and C. Mobilization of rescue teams. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. Meeting of the House of Representatives is being held at the Parliament building in New Baneshwar. According to the Parliament Secretariat, Prime Minister Dahal is to present the third annual report of the Commission for the Investigation of Abuse of Authority (CIAA) at today's meeting. Speaker Devraj Khimire is also to read the correspondence from the Office of the President regarding the certification of bills. Time now for the international news. Families of hostages held in Gaza led thousands to the streets of Tel Aviv, calling for an immediate release of their relatives, while Hamas accepted a U.S. proposal to begin talks on releasing Israeli hostages, including soldiers and men, 16 days after the first phase of an agreement aimed at the ending of the war. Meanwhile, Nepali student Bipin Joshi has remained in the hostage as well. The militant Islamist group has dropped a demand that Israel first commit to a permanent ceasefire before signing the agreement and would allow negotiations to achieve that throughout the 6-week first phase. Some families of hostages gave a statement to reporters ahead of a weekly hostage rally in Tel Aviv, in which they called on Benjamin Netanyahu to go through with the deal. Netanyahu said that the head of Israel's Mossad intelligence agency had returned from an initial meeting with mediators in Qatar and that negotiations would continue next week. The conflict has claimed the lives of more than 38,000 Palestinians, according to Gaza health officials, since Hamas attacked southern Israeli cities on October 7, killing 1,200 people and taking some 250 hostages, according to official Israeli figures. That is all for the moment. Our next news bulletin airs at 6 p.m. Thank you for staying with us. Have a beautiful day ahead.